Top people always have a desire to become better, to improve, to change, and always move on to the next level. If we as a company can able to address this and help them become better, hone their skills and really take it to the next level, they tend to retain with us for a long time. Our ability to edify them, to praise them and catch them doing right, more than pointing out what went wrong, what can be improved, what not's working. It's about RAE, that stands for recognition, appreciation, and more encouragement. Top performers want to work in a place where there are other high performing people. There will be a lot of conflicts, there will be a lot of disagreements and challenges and everything, but trust me, it's going to be so much more worth it once you get it right and once all these people are working towards a common goal and a common mission. I'm Darshan Chavan, and over the past 11 years, I have helped hundreds of business owners like you get more free time, increase profits, and also unlock exponential growth using remote teams. I have also built my own team of over 170 staff in around 4 countries. In this podcast, I'll share with you the mindset, the strategies, and the leadership tools that will help you build a remote team that scales without any chaos. Ready to grow your business faster with less stress? Let's go. Retention. Why is it so important to keep and grow your A players? If you're really having a huge turnover and people are constantly coming and leaving your company, this is the best video that you can get the most value out of it. I'll be sharing with you completely how we retain people, especially A players, and what are the step-by-step things that we do to make sure that they feel happy and they stay with us for a long duration of time. So you might be asking, why am I qualified to talk about this? Well, with our group of companies, the average tenureship in our remote teams is around 6 years. We also have people who have been working with us in the business started. It's been almost 8 years. And more importantly, we have almost a 4.9 star rating on Glassdoor. And this is really important. When you consider a remote environment, it's really hard to retain really high quality talent because they're not just getting offers from their country, but from many countries globally. So you just need to have some really rock solid retention strategies to keep A players and grow them in your company. Let's discuss some scary statistics about not able to retain your team members and what it might really cost your business or what it might be already costing you. On an average, it has been shown that it costs 33% of your annual salary to replace an existing team member by Work Institute. So let's take an example. So if you are spending around $100,000 in annual wages for this person, it might cost you $33,000 in replacing them. That's a really staggering number, especially if you think about it with added recruitment costs and your personal time in interviewing, going through each and every person, onboarding them. It costs a lot more in challenges in replacing a person. The second biggest challenge is higher turnover rates can cost you at least 21% in lower productivity. The challenge is when people are coming and going in your business, there's going to be a lot of turbulence and there's going to be a lot of cultural issues as well. And added to that, think about the customer experience. It's going to take a hit too. But let's discuss some contrary things as well. If you are able to get better at this particular skill of retaining and developing A players, it can lead to a really great customer satisfaction. In one of our businesses, we have more than 850 plus verified 5-star reviews. And I can tell you one of the biggest contributing factor is the consistency in our customers dealing with the same team member over and over again. People love consistency. People love that they are dealing with the same people, and it becomes more sustainable for the business as well. And it has also been proven higher the retention rate, higher is the profitability for your business. You get to take more money home. Isn't that just amazing? So, yeah, it's really important to know about how to not just hire amazing talent, but how to keep them and how to grow them. So, what I'll do is in this video, I'll just not only discuss the techniques and the strategies that we use, but I'm going to be jumping into the mindset that you need to have to make this work. The first and the biggest one, which I heard, was from Simon Bird, the founder of Culture Kings, where he sold his business for 600 million. And when I got to meet him one on one, he really said something that really shook my mindset. What he said was, my team doesn't work for me, I work for them. This is a key factor. When you have this kind of a mindset, you always think about how can I add value for my team? How can I over deliver for them? How can I make sure that I build a place that everyone wants to come and perform at their highest potential? So it's really important to understand the mindset of really high performers and A players. Anyone can retain a mediocre B player who's just coming there, clocking and doing something that is expected of them. But when you talk about A players, the cream of the crop, you need to understand that they are different. They will challenge you as well because you were a high performer. That's the reason why you went on your own, you started your own business. So there will be a lot of clash of egos. So you just need to be aware about it. So these are the people who would want to participate. They would be having innovative ideas. And as a leader, it would be my role and my responsibility to encourage them, to motivate them. And it's very critical to understand that when you deal with high performers, they are not going to be a yes person. They will give you honest feedback. They will challenge your ideas. They will challenge your belief. So, what I had to be okay with and work on is being a stronger person and a stronger leader, especially for me to hire and work with A players who want to come to our company, who would want to collaborate and work with me. I had to get better and I had to become better as well. So now I'm going to just discuss with you what are some of the practical things that we do to retain top performers and how do we really grow them. So the first and foremost one is something to understand. Top people value autonomy and freedom. High performers crave this because they want to feel that they are in control. All right. And they value this more than anything else. Whenever they want to take some breaks, they feel like doing it. It's amazing. And one thing they don't like much is constant communication. Us texting them every other hour, calling them 3 or 4 times in a day, because it just gonna get too much for them because they know that what targets have to be achieved, and if you leave them to achieve that, they would be so much more happier. One thing they really not like at all is micromanagement, especially those people. Once you give them a vision, once you give them a target, for God's sake, leave them alone, let them do their work. They are self motivated, and there is a reason why you paid them the big bucks to hire them. If not, you have really hired a wrong talent. So, as a leader, I would focus more on giving a vision of what needs to be achieved and by when, what deadline, and what's the reason. Why? Why do we need to achieve it? What impact is it going to have on the project, the mission of the company, and our values? And not to be too much worried about the how they do it and does it need to be done in a particular way. Because I used to face a lot of challenges with regards to this. I used to feel that people need to do exactly like how I do it. The only thing that it led to was a lot of frustration for myself. Whereas the more I started focusing on the outcome or the result that needs to be done, the easier it was for me to lead really high performing people. Do have some systems and measures, but my suggestion is once you have an A player or a high performer, let them alone. Leave them alone. Let them perform better because they value autonomy and freedom more than anything else. Here's a second thing that we use to the core to really retain top performers is to make these people feel special. When I say special, it's about RAE, that stands for recognition, appreciation, and more and more and more encouragement. So it's our ability to edify them, to praise them and catch them doing right more than pointing out what went wrong, what can be improved, what not's working. Because they really crave this. As a human being, we all do, but especially top performers, A performers want to know that they are winning. They are doing an exceptional job at their work. And the more we communicate them to this, that they are winning, they are performing really well, and what work they are doing is adding a huge value to the company, it really motivates them to the next extent. And here's a few things that we do in our company to really go hard on this recognition aspect of it. The first and foremost is we kind of give them, whenever we meet them in person, different kinds of plaques, certificate of recognition, so that they can show this to their family members as well. This goes something really deep. They feel they're being valued and they're able to show this to their partner, to their kids, and they're able to lead by example. This has a huge ripple effect on their family life as well. Added to this, what I personally do is sometimes I just open my phone and shoot a selfie video of them performing exceptionally well. I tell them how grateful, how blessed I am that they are working with us together and how proud I am of their accomplishments. And all I got to do is just send it to them, and I can see them smiling so much. Another thing that I personally do is I also write a lot of letters, especially when I'm trying to meet them in person. I try to write about, like, what are their best things? Like, what are their strengths? What are they good at? And how amazing it is to work with them, and what an amazing future that they have in our organization. And when I give something physical to them, it's just mind blowing. And another cool thing which I do as well is I write down 10 things which I really love about that particular person, or 10 things that I value about that person. And I just write it down in bullet points, and I take a printout of it in Canva and I frame it and try to give them in person. I still can see some of those people who I gave it 6 years ago, 7 years ago, still have it in front of their desk because they know that they're being valued. And the most important thing is we just have to be 100% genuine with it, because if you don't have something genuine, I think so it's better not to talk about it, because people are pretty smart. They have their bullshit meters going on pretty well. And if you are not genuine, if you're not coming from the heart, my suggestion is not to do it. And another very crucial thing that aligns with this one is a feedback loop that we have in our company. What we do is every quarter we make sure that we get honest and also anonymous feedback from every single team member to know what is working, what can be improved, and for me as well, personally as a leader, where I can improve, I can get better, and what is it that they value in a company. Because what happens with this is when people feel that they're being heard, it just grows their competence and confidence so much more. And the critical aspect here is try to take action on the feedback that they are giving, because it doesn't serve any purpose when people give feedback, but we don't take action and don't do anything at all on it. Just quickly, guys, if you have found us struggling to scale your business without burning out or hiring the wrong people, we can help. Book in a call with me using the link in the show notes, and let's help you build a lean and a high-performing remote team that frees up your time and also increases your profits. Now, back to the episode. Here's the third crucial aspect in retaining A players, and this is to make sure that they are being surrounded by other top A players, because top performers want to work in a place where there are other high performing people. Why do you think people always love to work for companies like Apple and Google? The reason being, these are the places where all elite people go, and these are all the places where all the top performers want to work. There is a reason why many people want to go and study in Harvard, Stanford, and other Ivy League colleges as well. The reason being, everyone knows that this is where you can network, you can associate, and you can all grow together. That's where all the smart people are. But the main thing is, it is going to be challenging for us as leaders to lead a group of high performing people. There will be a lot of conflicts, there will be a lot of disagreements and challenges and everything. But trust me, it's going to be so much more worth it once you get it right, and once all these people are working towards a common goal and a common mission. It's going to be so much more easier. Here's the fourth one, and this might be a bit counterintuitive. Some people might agree with this, some people might not, but this works really, really well for us, especially in motivating high performers, is to give them an uncapped earning potential. Absolutely no limit, no shackles, especially for those people who have the capacity to be an intrapreneur. Yes, everyone likes a base wage, but if they are hungry, if they are driven, why would you want to put a limit to it? Let them make as much income potential as much they want. So what we do is we give them different ways to earn an income, earn bonuses, earn tier commission and incentives. And also, what we do is at the beginning of the month and the beginning of the quarter, we really calculate and show them, if they perform at their highest potential, how much would they be able to make. And I take it as a personal responsibility to know their personal goals and their personal dreams and align it to the company mission. And some of the high performers, I can see that they're so much more eager with this particular aspect. Some of them might want to go and start their business, but they can see that just being employed over here, they have more chances of making more money than starting a business, which is very, very lucrative for them. The fifth one is a very, very cool technique that we use. And I can tell you this has been one of the most crucial factor for us to retain really high quality talent. This is about showing, just not telling. By this, what I mean to say that is, we have a rhythm in our company. And what we do is every quarter, every 6 months, and every year, every single team member in the company gets an email about how much money they have earned in that quarter. All right. And how much money they have earned in 6 months and how much money they have earned in 1 year. And I can't tell you, when people get that email, they are shocked. They're like, "Woo, I don't even know that I was earning this much money." And added to that, what we also do is we also list down every single perk that they get as a part of being with the company. Different incentives they get, different travel incentives they get, all right, and different work from home benefits. All of those things are reiterated to people, because sometimes we forget what benefits we are already getting. And the grass always looks greener on the other side. But it's upon us as leaders to make it visible to people how much money they're making, because it also serves as a purpose for them to go to the next level for the next year, to go to the next level for the next quarter. And this has been a game changer of a move for us to really retain amazing talent. Here's the sixth one, and a really crucial one as well, is to really challenge them. And this, you just got to be a little bit careful over here, because A players and top performers would love to always prove other people wrong. So it just comes down to you as a leader. How are you going to use this motivation, this driving factor for them? And what we do is we make sure that people always perform at their personal best. And what happens is they want to have some kind of a love-hate relationship where they know that they're being pushed as well as pulled. And I have a quick story to share with you guys. When I got to meet my team members for the first time, I started to have a one-on-one conversation with those top performers, at least the top 10% of them. And what they used to mention, a common pattern I could see, was they really hate that they want to hit those numbers, but at the same time, they love that they're doing it as well. The reason being, we all of us have an innate drive to grow, to go to the next level, to go to the next standards. So it's our responsibility sometimes as leaders to raise that standard of these people so that they perform at their highest best. And to facilitate this, what we do is we have different awards as well, like a GOAT award, the greatest of all time. This is something that we award once a year for the person who went above and beyond and got the highest revenue, highest output, highest KPI. And also to motivate new top performers, we have Rookie of the Month. We also have a Manager of the Month to perform, to help our leadership team. We also have Rookie of the Quarter so that the new person is growing and getting better every single quarter and every single month. Here's the seventh and the last one, but also a crucial one to retain the top talent would be to invest in their learning and skills development. So top people always have a desire to become better, to improve, to change, and always move on to the next level. If we as a company can able to address this and help them become better, hone their skills and really take it to the next level, they tend to retain with us for a long time. Because sometimes when people work with a company, it can become a bit routine and it can be a bit boring. But instead, what we can do is we can help them with the career progression. So what we usually do is with our top performers, just to keep them excited and really pumped up and they can keep going, we do give them some exciting new projects that they can get into, they can give a try, and they can succeed in it as well. And added to this, we also invest in a monthly skill training program, be it in sales, be it in customer satisfaction, and also time management, goal setting, many other things, so that they can feel that they are progressing and they are winning it every single day. We've discussed some amazing points over here. I hope you got some really good value out of it and you are able to use this to retain some of your top talent and also reduce your turnover rate. But it's important to understand that none of your talent would be working with you forever. That's something that we just have to be okay with it. But at the same time, those crucial and critical people in your company, how can we add value? How can we retain and help them grow is the most important question. I hope we have been able to address this in this video, and put your comments, put your suggestions below, and looking forward to talking to you again. Bye. If you got any value from today's episode, make sure to subscribe so you never miss the mindset, the strategies, and the leadership insights you need to scale with remote teams and grow a smarter business. If you want more support, check out the link in the show notes for our free remote team playbook that will help you hire, train, and lead a world-class remote team. And don't forget to follow us on socials at Darshan Chavan. And remember, scale smarter, not harder.